Hey guys and girls, hope everybody's having a great week between Christmas and New Year's. You know, it seems to me like when Christmas is gone, New Year's ought to be like the very next day or something. It's hard for me to believe there's a full week in between. It's time to take a look at Whitey and his girls. I think that not much has happened this week. I've been gone a lot. But Apache said that it's been pretty eventful in the deer pens this week, which is good. We don't like excitement in the deer pens. We like just a nice, calm week where everybody just has a great time and gets along together, and nobody gets sick, nobody dies, nobody has too bad of a fight through the fence. And so we're gonna go down and take a look at Whitey and the girls. But before we do, let's take a look at TC and see if he's had any broken tines during these rutting wars. Okay, before we go take a look at Whitey and his girls and see how they've made the week, we've got TC right here, big giant TC, and his boys. Now these boys right here, I think probably all belong to him. I'm really not sure, and don't any of them have any good antlers, but that doesn't really mean anything. That they could be just spectacular next year. They may not be. You know, just because you've got great genetics in the buck and great genetics in the doe, not every single one of them is going to turn out to be big giant deer like TC. TC is an Oklahoma deer. He's not an Iowa deer, but these deer's mamas are Iowa deers, which got really great genetics. And of course, Ot 3 there, he's only got one set of antlers because he tore the other set off, and they may or may not grow back. Look how close I am to that gobbler. Is that special right there? Look at that. You zoom in on him, I mean, we are right on him. He is just, and that's a wild gobbler. Born in the wild, raised in the wild. He's several years old. Look and see how big his spurs are. Look down there on his feet and see how long those hooks are. My goodness. Color is just gorgeous on him this morning. That's a little bonus. It's a little bonus on our antlers video. But you look at TC there. He made it through without breaking off hardly anything. He's got a big, giant, wide rack. And I think 9 points is what he is. But what a big, beautiful deer. Gaining some of his weight back that he had lost during the rut. And they're saying, Jimmy, you quit all this talking and give us something to eat. All right. Well, we didn't see Forrest, but he's around here somewhere. We might see him before the day's over. We'll see. Let's go to the pen, look at Whitey and his ladies. Everyone is so beautiful in here, and now it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time until these girls are going to start gaining some weight. Probably already gaining weight. Babies are probably already growing. It doesn't take very long for that process to start. And it will seem like it'll be a long time until May and June when these girls start having babies. But golly, won't that be an exciting time when that happens and they start having babies? It's just going to be so fantastic. It's always very, very exciting. The little rascals are just as precious as they can be, and you fall in love with every single one of them. And we come down here and catch them. Those of you that hadn't been with us for very long, we come down here and catch the babies, and you really, we call it catching them. You really don't catch them. You simply pick them up, and you have to do that within the first, well, you might be able to get away with 48 hours, but usually about the first 36 hours, because after that, you can't catch them. They'll lay there and look at you, but they just will not let you get up there and get a hold of them. You get real close. About the time you get ready to reach for them, they take off, and they take off like a rocket. You know, they're very, 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 very cautious. They'll lay there and try to just lay there, and a big part of their safety net when they're babies like that is simply camouflage. They just lay and don't move. They don't bat an eye. They don't move. And they'll just lay there, lay there, lay there. And the deer don't have any scent the first couple, 2 or 3 weeks of their life. I guess if they did have scent, it would probably, that's a turkey standing right there. That sure is a turkey gobbler standing right there. The turkeys come in here and eat all they want of South Fresh. They love it just like the deer do. There's a couple of turkeys here, as a matter of fact. Could be South Fresh turkey food just as easily as it is South Fresh deer food, because they love it. They love it. And the high fence means nothing to them. They just hop over that fence. They just sort of half jump and half fly, but they just sort of hop over the fence and come in here and get all the food that they want. So they're very well taken care of too. They like to hang around down here just for that reason, I think. And of course they like the deer also. The deer are good friends to them, and they enjoy spending time with the deer, I think, just like wild animals enjoy spending time with each other if they're friendly. If they're not, they don't like to be around. These deer obviously don't like to be around coyotes and bobcats and mountain lions, but I was talking about one of the things that really saves them is they just lay still when they're babies, and coyotes and fox and stuff can't smell them. They have to find them without smelling them, or a lot of times they'll watch, and when they're born, you know, they'll watch that happening, and they'll get over and catch them. And in the South, pretty much every state, coyotes get about 40% of the baby fawns, 40%. So these fawns in here will have a much better survival rate than that by far, and they won't have to worry about coyotes, because coyotes cannot get in the pen here. We've got wires on the bottoms around the outside of the pen where they can't dig under the pen and get in here. Obviously, if they they would not only probably kill more than one deer, but they would probably cause some of them to actually kill themselves. But everybody's nice and peaceful down here. The turkeys are not paying a whole lot of attention to me either. They're on the outside of the pen, but they're just walking around probably thinking, Jimmy, if you'll get your fanny out of there, if you will get your fanny out of there, we'll jump in there and have a little supper right here before dark. Hate to go to bed on a hungry stomach. That turkey looks like he's got a whitetail head. All right, here's what we come to the pen for right there, and he's looking just as good as ever. I heard the turkey gobble a little bit there. I think he gobbled at that jet airplane that went by. Did you hear him gobble? They gobble at me then. They're not too much into gobbling this time of the year, obviously, so you can't get them to make a whole lot of gobbles like you can in the springtime, but it's cool to get them to gobble one time even. Whitey looks like he's just eating dirt. I think that's just what he's doing, is eating dirt. They eat a lot of dirt, and like I said, we put that humeric acid dirt that we get from out in Wyoming, we put that down on the ground in here, and it seems to really help the deer as far as their health and everything. You take a pan around over there and you can just see all of the beautiful gorgeous deer that we have. There's a lot of them over on this side, and they're just big, beautiful does, and hopefully every single solitary one of them bred by Whitey. One of the things about having only one big brood buck, you know exactly where all your babies, you know where they come from, and many of them will look just like Whitey. Not all of them, a lot of them won't. And it looks like maybe he's not 100% out of the rut. He still seems to be wanting to mess around a little bit. He was still chasing this last week, but it's just he's not really that much interested in it right now. But you can see he's just interested in licking on that mineral on the ground, that humeric that we have down. His horns are just as good as ever. I'm hoping he doesn't break any off fighting anything through the fence, but pretty much they're not really fighting much right now. I did see, I think it was Whitey early this morning with a really big buck here on the ranch, a really big wild buck, and they were kind of just sparring around a little bit, but just really literally playing. They never did get very serious at anything at all, and I believe that was Whitey, and we did finally get to see Whitey. I hadn't seen him since we came back from spending the Christmas with all the family at, Forrest, not Whitey. Keep wanting to call Forrest Whitey, but Forrest this morning, I saw him messing around with that big wild buck outside, and I believe it was him, and he did come to the porch this afternoon, and I saw him, and we got to take a look at him and feed him some carrots. I brought some carrots for Split here. Before we leave the pen here, we'll go get those carrots and see if I can get her to come over on the other side. We've got 4 pens here, but they're all open. All the deer can use all 4 of them, in which they're doing, but they like to get down there in those shade trees and get down there under those trees, and that's their favorite part. There's trees in every pen, but that's their favorite part right there, all that natural shade. And even though there's not many leaves on the trees, or basically no leaves on the trees, it still does provide quite a bit of shade. And we've been having a lot of these 75 and 80-degree days, which is just absolutely fantastic for the rest of us. But these deer are used to colder weather, and we are going to have some wintertime weather coming in. So, golly, just look at that whitey. I just never get tired of looking at him. I just can stand and look at him forever and ever and ever. And every time I drive by the pens, I stop and take a look and check him out and see how he is. And he's looking just great. He's looking just absolutely fantastic. Not paying a whole lot of attention to the, there's a couple more turkeys going by on the other side. They're probably thinking about, Jimmy, get out of here. Something's licking on my hand. Something is licking on my hand. What is licking on my hand? It's Split Ear. Hey, you smell carrots on my hand, baby? You smell carrots on my hand. That's such a sweet girl. You are such a sweetheart. Yes, you are. If you'll follow me over to the other pen, I'll get some carrots for you. You want to go get some carrots, huh, baby? Want to go get some carrots? She just loves to be loved on. It'd be nice if you have a baby and we'd take you and the baby both out of here. Yeah, you are such a big girl. You're such a big, pretty girl. Yeah, you are. Come on, let's go find some carrots. You want to go find some carrots? You smell them, don't you? You would give me some sugar? Give me some sugar? Oh, you pretty girl. You pretty girl. There's your buddy here. Your buddy here? Wonder if she'll eat some carrots out of my hand. Let's go get the carrot. Come on, Split Ear. Come on, baby. There we go. There we go. You. I love this girl. She's old. I need to check and see just how old you are. I don't know when you were born. Oh my goodness, isn't that so good? She loves to be petted, but she doesn't want me petting her because she says she wants my hand to have a carrot in it. Watch this. I bet she'll take one right out of my mouth. I forgot about you the other day. Watch this. Hey. Hey. You ever kiss a deer? Oh, you're such a sweetheart. You are such a sweetheart. Yeah, I love you, baby. I sure do. I would just let you hang around the house and you lay on the porch and be my Lucy number 2. Yeah. You just can't help fall in love with her when one of them gets as tame as this girl is. You're such a pretty girl. I'm afraid that something would get you out there, and I would hate to see you die of anything except old age. Besides that, you should have some babies. You should have some babies coming. You can't have the whole sack. I know you'd like to have the whole sack. Where's anybody else? Thank you. She almost, Split Ear said, don't worry about that deer, Jimmy. I'm the only deer you need. I'm the only deer you need. Oh, I dropped it. Here. Here. Take it. Take it. She's not quite taking it out of my mouth. She's getting really close. I mean, out of my hand. Split Ear says, I'll eat out of your hand all day long, Jimmy. I'll eat that whole bag if you'll feed them to me. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on, baby. Here, come on. How about you? Huh? Here, Split Ear. No, you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry, baby. Yeah, she's quite a girl. You're quite a girl. You're quite a girl. You are just quite a girl. Yeah, you'd give me some sugar, wouldn't you? You'd give me some sugar for a carrot. You can hug her. You really can't hardly ever hug a deer, but you can hug her. I got to get some more carrots. I have to get some more carrots because I just figured I'd give you all of them. And your buddies want some too. Here. Come on, 728. Take it. Here. You silly thing. I need a carrot farm. I need a carrot farm. I need to buy them by the case, don't I? Yeah, you're such a pretty girl. You're not interested in being petted now. She likes to get petted, but she wants carrots. Okay, that's enough. I got not even a half a bag left. I got to save it. That's all, baby. That's all. No, you can't have any more. You can't have any more. You be nice. Yeah, it's a good girl. You're such a pretty thing. She wants in that carrot bag so bad. All right, that's it. That's it. She says, Jimmy, I'll go to the house with you. I'll go to the house with you, Jimmy. Yeah, I will. She loves those carrots. She loves those carrots. Oh, and that's taking care. That's taking care of Split Ear. I love her. Isn't she something? Oh, Split Ear, I tell you what, I enjoyed feeding her those carrots, and she enjoyed those carrots really big time. That's really something special. She is so tame. She would just be a wonderful deer to have hanging around the house, laying on the porch, and I'm just afraid that something might get her. She's lived her whole life in a pen, and I don't know exactly how old she is, but she's on up there 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. I don't know, you know, and she's so big and beautiful, and she's such a lover, and she just loves those carrots. I need to be feeding her a lot more by hand because she just absolutely loves it. And a couple of the other deer are thinking that's a pretty good deal that Split Ear's got going, but she's just something. That's all there is to it. It's kind of a neat week this week. That'll wrap it up for this week. The last week in the year. That'll wrap it up for 2021. And the next time we'll go in the pen and take a look at Whitey and all of his girls will be 2022. And there's going to be some exciting things happen in these pens because we could have as many as, well, in the neighborhood of 30 give or take. We've got 19 does in there. They all had 2, and that's about what they average. If they all had 2, it'd be 38. And, but not all of them will live, it's just like anything else. But we're hopefully we'll have around 30, maybe a couple, 2 or 3 over 30 baby fawns in here. And that's going to be exciting when that happens. And so those episodes with Whitey and his girls are going to be a whole lot more exciting than they've been here lately. But it's just fun to come down here and be a part of them and just to love on Split Ear a bit. She's just something special. Guys and girls, go out there and have you a great one. And remember, I sure do love you.